A 23-year-old mother, Dynasty White, faces a staggering 20-year prison sentence for violating her probation. The court hears a heartbreaking story of a woman torn between caring for her seriously ill child and meeting the strict demands of the probation system. Her defense argues that a lack of support system led to her failures, including missed appointments and travel to another state for her child's medical care. However, the prosecution reveals a troubling attitude problem, alleging she was disrespectful to the very officers trying to help her. Now, after 90 days in jail, a judge must decide, does she deserve a second chance at freedom to be a mother, or is prison the only way to ensure she complies?
All right, you are Dynasty White, and Ms. White was previously in court, entered pleas of truth counts 1, 2, and 4 in a motion to revoke uneducated probation. I've received an updated pre-sentence report as well as some letters on her behalf. I've reviewed all of that. Has everyone had an opportunity to review those things?
Yeah.
Are there any additions or corrections to that pre-sentence report?
Nothing deficient.
All right, Mr. Lewis, you may proceed.
Judge, I think the biggest issue, Ms. White, was her not having support, adequate support, from her, with a family or close friends that to help her with the situation. A lot of time probation is hard enough just trying to get through it yourself, but then once you have a child that's ill, it can be even harder. I think that's one of the biggest issues that Ms. White was dealing with, was that trying to accommodate the care for her child at the same time comply with probation, which, that's what caused a lot of the issues with the not reporting and things of that nature. I think the child spent a significant amount of time in the hospital outside of Jefferson County, I believe in Louisiana at one point for a long period of time, which caused a lot of those issues, which she constantly, according to probation, she did let them know about what's going on with the child. Even in February, a travel clearance was given to her in February so she could travel with her child. A couple months later, she was there. The administrative hearing happened a couple months later, I think in May. And even after that, of course, it still was hard for her trying to make that travel, 5, 6 hours away, going through this without support. The one good thing that's happened since she's been in custody that you see from the letters that people have stepped up to be able to be there for her and help her get through this, to where if she's allowed to continue on supervision, I think she'll be able to comply, keep up with the conditions of probation, as well as be there for a child. I think now that she does have that stable environment, unfortunately it took her for her being in custody for this to happen. But now that she has this, I think she has has definitely got her more focused on being able to complete her responsibilities. Just so we're asking that the court consider to continue on supervision.
Ms. Malfino?
Judge, obviously the concern of the state is the fact that the administrative hearing conducted, yes, does reflect the issues with her attitude in respect to the probation department trying to bend over backwards to assist her in all of those different things that she's dealing with. Certainly is the fact that she doesn't have a felony criminal history. This would be 2 felony convictions, so I'll be heard of whatever he thinks. Your judge might think this needs to revolve a little bit of an attitude.
So, Ms. White, you're in court today. You're being cordial. You have the appropriate facial expressions when Mr. Lewis is talking about you and what you want to do. But that's not the picture I'm getting, and that's not how you act, apparently, when you're in front of probation. So that's a big problem. You don't get to act one way to your probation officer and then come in here and go, I want to be a mom and I want to be with my kids and I'm so great and I've got all these things, and then go in there and be disrespectful to the people who are trying to help you. You understand that? They are not there for you to be disrespectful to, ugly to. I mean, they're just trying to do their job, and their job is actually to try to help you, which looks like what they tried to do. They got you the travel permit. They've rescheduled your appointments. They are trying to help you, and you're going to treat them that way. And then come in and want me to be nice to you when you're not doing that to them. So if I give you this opportunity today, you have to understand that you don't get to just come into court and act respectful. You have to act respectful in every part of your life. In your job, you got to get a job. to your probation officer. Otherwise, you're going to go to prison for up to 20 years. 20 years. I could send you to prison right now. Right? How long have you been in custody on this MTRP? 90 days. How old are you? 23 years old. 2 kids, looking at going to prison for 20 years. Now, when you first got this case, I would be saying, you know what? You're young. Give you, talking to you about, you're still young, but you're not a baby anymore. It is time for you to grow up so that you can be a parent. And sometimes that's hard. And it's making decisions that are different than the decisions you've made previously in your life, right? Okay. So I'm going to give you an opportunity today. But I want you to understand that you will not be given this opportunity in front of me again. I want you to take advantage of it. I want you to be there to take care of your children. I really do want that. I want you to be successful. You don't have a felony conviction. You can still do all kinds of things with your life. All kinds of things, whatever you want, because you don't have a felony conviction, right? And that's what we all want. I want you to succeed. I really do. So I'm going to find that you entered your pleas of true to counts 1, 2, and 4 freely and voluntarily. Find those counts true. Find sufficient evidence to revoke your probation and find you guilty, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to allow that 90 days sitting in jail to serve as a sanction. Hopefully it really was kind of an eye-opening experience. You don't want to be there. You don't want to be in prison. So take heart of that. Don't forget what it felt like. Okay. Don't get out and in 6 months or a year, forget what it feels like right now. Remember what it feels like. And then if you're thinking about doing something you shouldn't, or not showing up, or not, think about how it feels. Okay. And make those better decisions. So what'll happen, the first thing when you're released, you'll need to go get with your probation officer, figure out, I understand you have a child that has some special needs and has been sick, but you can't help them for sure if you're in prison. So you have all these people are saying they're going to help you. Hopefully they really will, because you're going to have to come for your appointments regardless of what's going on in your life. This has to be a priority, sometimes even over that. Okay. Even if it's just for a day, probation has to take priority over your child. Otherwise, prison will take priority, and that's not what we want. Does that make sense? Okay. All right. You can go back with the bailiff. Good luck.
In a powerful and emotional conclusion, the judge offers Dynasty White a crucial lifeline. Instead of a 20-year prison sentence, her 90 days in jail are deemed a sufficient eye-opening sanction. The judge delivers a stern but compassionate warning: she must grow up and make her probation an absolute priority, even over her sick child, because she can't help her child from prison. The opportunity comes with zero tolerance for future failures, urging her to remember the feeling of incarceration to make better choices. With a final good luck, Dynasty White is given the chance to reunite with her children and prove she can succeed on supervision. Thanks for watching.